So American Pacific, Borate and Lithium, we listed in the ASX in July of this year. So we're working on two projects. One is a Borate and Lithium project and the other is a lithium brines project. There's been a tremendous amount of historical money was spent on the projects over a sort of a 25-year period. So we're actually fortunate that we're picking up the two projects and they're at development stage as opposed to exploration. So for us, the focus is very quickly on turning the projects into construction ready with a view to producing boric acid and hopefully a lithium byproduct. Yeah, so the projects are based in California. It's called the Fort Cady project, so it's been well known about for a period of time. In addition to that, the positive thing about the project is back in 1994 it actually achieved a mining license. So the mine is currently permitted at mining license level for a 90,000 tonne a year boric acid operation. We have to reinstate an air and a water quality permit, which are two subservient permits to the main mining permit. So we're really walking in with a running start. We've committed to a very aggressive timeline, purely because we've got a lot of historical information and a historical resource and definitive feasibility studies that were already prepared as part of the mining licence application. So for us, we've committed to a JORC resource in the current quarter, and in addition to that, a scoping study. So what that does is it starts to put some financial metrics around the project, and we think that they're very compelling financial metrics. The first half of next year, we're focused on the pilot plant test works to optimise the flow sheet. The project's already produced 1 million pounds of boric acid, but we're looking at optimising a flow sheet. The other thing we're doing is completing a definitive feasibility study. And then the second half of next year, we want to reinstate the two subservient permits and be in a position to commence construction. So very, very aggressive timeline, but certainly very achievable. So for us, the key message is probably fourfold. We think we've got a very low capex project, and we think that capex is particularly important. Based on our scoping study results already reported to the market, we think we're going to have a high margin project, so low capex, high margin. Based on the fact the project's already produced 1 million pounds of boric acid and it sits in a colemanite resource, we think we've got low technical risk. And the fourth thing that we think is really important is we think we've got a lot of options with respect to the project. We've got a very large borate resource. We've got lithium in the ambient brines. We've got lithium in a brines target. We've got lithium, we think, in the colemanite horizon. There's opportunities to create our own acid. There's opportunities for potassium sulfate or SOP operations as well. So what we end up with, we think, is a low capex, high margin, low technical risk, option-rich project. And it's really exciting, and we think when we release the financial metrics in the scoping study, we think the market will sit up and take notice. For us, the reason we're at 121 is after IPOing very much with an Australian retail focus, for us it's time to take the message outside of Australia. So one of the positives about 121 is the number of meetings that we're able to get in Hong Kong, and then progressively as we try and morph the register away from Australian retail to sort of global institutions, this provides a platform to help us achieve that.